Evelyn Maddow.
And I'm Martin O'Donnell. Thank you for joining us.
On today's episode of Politics in 5, we will be interviewing with the Republican, Democratic, and Independent candidates, along with a surprise special interest lobbyist.
We're going to go to our first candidate, Oliver.
In the case of bailouts, is this the correct route to take to save jobs, or is it overstepping the government's boundaries?
See, it's not the government's job to bail out privately owned businesses, and in many cases, going through bankruptcy can make a company stronger.
I find it incredible that this man supports a free market. Sure, no government regulations on market goods sounds great, but what about monopolies? This type of economy would devastate the middle class. America is a nation that bands together in tough times. America is not an every man for himself country, which is exactly what this candidate is supporting. On to our next interview with independent candidate Stephen.
Do you feel that oil subsidies contradict pro-environmental causes?
No, I do not, because I feel we need to increase or continue our oil subsidies because we need to be drilling in our own nation rather than relying on the Middle East for our oil, yet we also need to be investing in alternative energy resources.
This candidate is in support of oil subsidies, meaning he supports drilling in Alaska, but also supports searching for alternative energy. Good idea, right? Wrong. While some may see this as an attempt by the independent party to seek green support, they are doing the complete opposite. The independent party supports drilling in Alaska, which would have detrimental effects on the environment for the off chance of finding oil.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Now to our final interview with Democratic candidate Ian Carlton.
How do you plan to support civil liberties?
First off, I will use the First Amendment as my guide. I will work to support everyone's freedom of speech and religion and assembly because those are some of the most fundamental aspects of American life. I'll also work to continue expanding marriage rights to all those who deserve them. I'll work to support pro-choice causes, work for women's rights. I'll work for general equality of civil liberties for all.
Folks, this makes sense. During this period of American history, we must support common sense. Tell me how one person can support green energy while backhandedly destroying this nation's environment with oil subsidies. Folks, it's not right. It's time we the people elect common sense for a change. Support what does make sense. Support Ian Carlton.
Word.
Next time on Politics in 5. An angry voter finally comes out of whatever shell he crawled in. How do I feel about this election, man? I don't know, man. I'm pretty conservative. And that's like a surprise, man, but I don't know, man. They always seem so happy, man. But this time, it's just not cutting it, man. I mean, I've got some pretty serious health problems, man, and I just can't afford my bills, man. But this Ian guy, this Carlton Care or whatever, man, that's gonna seriously help me, man. It's like we're on the same level, man. He just gets me. You will finally see our surprise special lobbyist.
Hi, I'm here with Evelyn, who represents AARP. Who are you supporting and why?
Well, me and the elderly are supporting Stephen Alamillo because he, first of all, won't cut Medicare, and second of all, he will lower estate tax, and he is overall the right man.
Breaking news, OMG! Shocking news pertaining to the independent candidate has just been released. A teacher by the name of Shanae Adams came out with some disturbing news. Let's listen.
Do you feel threatened by any of your students?
Yes. Can you please state his or her name?
I'm afraid of Stephen.
Has he ever terrorized you?
One time he got in my personal space, and I had to run away from him.
Folks, enough said.
Some photos have recently been released suggesting that the independent candidate's ancestors have had a violent background. Although this scandal is no affair or murder, it might make you think twice before voting time comes. Good night, and good luck.
Man. Thank you, America. Woo!